I'm going to share my experience how I got an acting agent in Vancouver. I graduated with a BFA in theater performance in 2020, and because of how the world was in that time, no one was looking for a new face. I did feel sad, of course. Am I not a good actor? Am I, not enough for you? But no, looking back, logically, it's just the world was on fire. So I tried again after a year in 2021 July. I sent my acting package, which is, headshots, demo reel, and resume to all the agencies I'm interested in. For me, I think one of the tedious parts was how to find an agency I'm interested in, in a new city and like a new industry I'm trying to get into. So what I did was just make a list. It doesn't have to be a long list, but like a list of all the productions that you want to be in, that you want to be a part of in this city. And for me, those were like, names of TV shows like Supernatural, Flash, Batwoman, a lot of CW stuff. And that's what I made a list of. And I put the name of the TV shows, like I typed it in IMDb Pro and scrolled down to guest starring, like guest actors of the day, and looked up what their agency was. Because usually the main characters are cast in USA, right? So a lot of the side characters, supporting characters, one-liners are cast in the location of the shoot, which is Vancouver, Canada. So, those are the cast list I've been looking at, and I just made an Excel sheet of all the agencies that were listed next to their names. So I had about 15 to 20 agents on my Excel sheet, and I rated them from 100% yes, I will sign with you, to sure, I'll sign with you. And I color coded them and everything. So after having that list, I wrote a email template for myself where I just need to change the name and maybe a few details that's specific to that agency, because sending 15-20 is it's kind of a lot. And I sent it all, and I only got 3 to 4 replies. One of my fear was that is one interview enough for me to come to a decision? And let me tell you, you just need 60 seconds. A phone call, even, honestly, not face to face, just a phone call, 60 seconds is enough for you to be like, okay, thank you, bye, to yes, keep talking kind of feeling. You will figure it out immediately. I had an experience with one of the agency wanting to have a phone interview with me, and I had, as a newcomer into this industry, I had a few questions, and one of them was along the line of, how many months or years does it going to take for me to even have a one-liner on a TV show? Just very basic stuff. And her answer was immediately, she said, oh, you're a newcomer, you're new to the industry, you don't know anything, you're not going to get a role immediately. Things like that. That was, first of all, that wasn't my question, and second, why so aggressive, and third, no thank you, bye, thanks. So what my point is that with the first few seconds of the interaction, of the interview, you will know immediately whether you like them or not. You will know. I would suggest to have a few questions ready when you're looking for an agent. For example, for me, what was important is their work ethic and their morals, where their values were. And I wanted to work with someone who is not racist and not sexist. Those were like one of the two big things for me. And I would ask subtle questions. I hope it was subtle. I'm usually very straightforward, so when I try to be subtle, it's usually not. So I would ask questions like, oh, you know, when you see a character breakdown and it's for a white character, do you still take risks and send in people of color for the audition, for the role? And you know, how they would answer would make me determine if they are advocating for more people of color to be on screen or not. Another question to ask is, what's their view on nude scenes? You have to make sure your views align in that subject because it can be a sensitive issue. And you can also gauge the extent of their protection when it comes to sketchy roles. For me, it came down to 2 agents, and it was so difficult to choose between because they were both so good. I wish I could have them both, but I went with the agent I'm currently with because I just saw there was so much fire, like fighting in her. And I thought, you know, I need an agent who's going to fight for me to get that role, and that's what I decided. So after that, they will give you a document to sign. Make sure you read them properly, and if you have any questions, please ask them. And then after you sign them, you gotta sign up for a bunch of websites, casting websites, and that's basically it. I've been with my current agency for 6 months now, and I would say I got around maybe 3 or 4 auditions. Yeah, not that many, and this is normal, unfortunately. So I would suggest keep working on your craft, but also have a side job to make money. Welcome to acting. That's it for this video. I'll be sharing more about headshots, demo reel, and resume in the future.